Breaking. President giving the State of the Union address. I don't know. Typically, these things are supposed to be like the quote unquote unifying time for the United States, and that's probably not going to happen. Consistently with Trump, he uses it as I don't know, basically a platform in order to be an obnoxious, ostensible little fucking shit. That should really go without saying. I mean, quick predictions, I guess. He's going to talk about the economy being really good because he unironically probably does believe in the back of his mind that the economy is actually good when in reality it isn't. He's probably going to talk about, I don't know, Iran is probably going to come up, which the U.S. is still at the brink of war with one of the carriers from the carrier group being filled with a bunch of sewage because it had seen no maintenance because it hasn't, basically been or gone back for repairs for a very, very long time, like slated to be one of the longest carrier deployments in American history, I believe. He's probably going to talk about Cuba, if I were to take a guess. He's going to mention how the economy is good, like I said before, and but in reality it's not, but okay. What else could he potentially mention? I don't know. He's probably going to some random schizo shit. I know Nick Shirley is there, apparently. I don't know, he's probably going to mention ICE and deportations. Obviously, no one likes ICE and deportations. No one likes Nick Shirley, blah, 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 blah. He's probably going to talk about how he's going to blame the Democrats for everything. I don't think we're going to see any mention of the Epstein files. Maybe someone in the crowd will yell about the Epstein files. I know the Democrats have, broadly speaking, boycotted this. I believe that's really about it. I think you're thinking of Kachuk, right? Yeah, okay, this was earlier today. Someone gave him his Olympic gold medal, and since Trump is a child, he soyed out over that. So I know that's a thing that's happening. Trump bootlickers, blah 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 blah. Let's not even mention how much Canadians are, broadly speaking, in complete hatred of Americans when they're rubbing it in our faces for some reason that they won Olympic gold for the second time. Yeah, from the sport, Emma Vigeland, she's okay, she's a bit of a sports Andrea, okay? Emma Vigeland, she said it's not that the Canadian team played badly, they played really well. It's just the goalie of the United States is a once in a generation goalie, and he's really, really fucking good. And it's oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, it's just because I have no doubt, Canada always plays really, really well at hockey. It's just, the American goalie was just significantly better. And it is what it is, right? It was from what I understand, it was an action-packed game, low scoring, probably because of how good the American goalie is. Blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever. So I guess, the score is 10-2 in terms of how many golds we've won in comparison to you guys. You still got quite a mountain to climb, America, but I digress. Americans being obnoxious. What, so American hockey, Nick Shirley, gonna lie about the economy probably, be schizo about Cuba and Iran, not mention the Epstein files. What else could he potentially bring up? Probably some random bullshit about immigration, more than likely. That's definitely going to come up. And I think that's really about it. Anywho, let's just get started with this.
About immigration, he has aggressively defended his immigration agenda, targeting people who are illegally in the country. But of course, we've seen more than just that in Minneapolis and what's gone on since there was a surge in immigration enforcement operations in that city and in Minneapolis as a state, and concerns around that. Donald Trump is also going to be talking about keeping communities safe, talking about putting dangerous repeat offenders behind bars. Those kinds of things are going to come up. And then he's going to give a...
Okay. I'm probably not going to try to epically debunk very, very much of the lies of the president consistently has, because there's no point. He's gonna lie about as much as he breathes. This is the president of the United States that we're talking about here. I find it really funny that he's going to talk about all of the criminals that he's putting behind bars, but he pardoned every single Jan 6er who participated in Jan 6th. So you want me to believe that he cares about crime, criminality, and all that? No, the fuck he doesn't. This is bullshit.
Nod to his foreign relations agenda, restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere. And I'm going to be quiet because I think this is going to get underway, Ian.
President of the United States.
Soy. our soy president. Starting off with some soy chants.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's really...
USA.
Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
Melania's getting more cheers than me. I'm jealous. I hate that. People like her more than me.
Second Lady of the United States. Members of Congress and my fellow Americans. Our nation is back. Bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
Yeah, man, totally. All of the economic indicators would definitely say that that's the case, for sure, bro. We're so back.
Less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And
didn't he want his, like, military parade that he got on... I don't remember, because that was, like, forever ago. Didn't he want his, like, military parade to instead be on... during the 250th anniversary or some shit, but the military was, like, not interested in that? I mean, that's the whole fucking fiasco. Felt like it was forever ago. Like, who remembers the military parade? I fucking remember that shit, dude.
we've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Yeah, some golden age. The greatest age, the golden age.
When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say...
Okay. Listen, okay. I'm promising, I am promising that I'm not going to do this too much, because I don't want to do this too much. First off, wars and chaos everywhere. All the wars that he apparently stopped, he's stopped at none of them. Like, literally none of them. There's more wars than fucking ever. The inflation that happened during Joe Biden that was a global phenomenon. Everyone was experiencing inflation, and the U.S. was honestly one of the few economies where it was not basically as bad. God, what crime everywhere? Historic crime lows everywhere. The only reason why there was an increase in crime was because of what? Oh, COVID. Oh, a once-in-a-lifetime pandemic caused an increase in crime, which is an observable reality that happens consistently every single... You're telling me, Daho, when there's large economic turmoil and fucking instability, that there's going to be an associated increase in crime because of that? No. What a shock.
With dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
Everything is worse. Clap for me.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back.
And he's not wrong about that one.
Thank you. Today our border is secure, our spirit is restored, inflation is plummeting, incomes are rising fast, the roaring economy is roaring like never before, and our enemies are scared, our military and police are stacked, and America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
Yeah, dude, totally.
After 4 years...
Obviously, okay, we don't have to talk about, like, why that's just a bunch of fucking nonsense. I don't think it should really go without any bearing of mention that that's just a complete fucking lie. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, right? Like, right? Like, we all know the economy's in the shitter, everything is in the fucking shitter, and everything's just getting significantly worse. Like, that is just the case.
Years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far.
Still doesn't understand what asylum is.
In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
And Chris, you know, is about to get impeached.
To come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
Okay, I just have to talk about this notion that quote-unquote illegal migrants don't love the United States of America. Obviously, that's just a bunch of nativist fucking bullshit. There is zero evidence to suggest that immigrants all fucking hate the United States of America like these charlatans have to fucking constantly bring up, okay? We know this. Immigrants, broadly speaking, are some of the harder working Americans on the fucking goddamn country, or in the country, right? Like, let's not be fucking ridiculous and hyperbolic. Like, America is a country of immigrants. It was built by immigrants. It's been maintained by fucking immigrants. The only reason why America is as strong as it is because of fucking immigrants. It is a country of fucking immigrants. And these dumbasses, like, have to, like, cope and seethe about it. Like, it's one of those situations where it's just, like, the idea that they quote-unquote don't contribute and they're like, I don't know, a stain, like a poison, as some of these people would say, upon the country, is just, it's a notion that's always been like flat out ridiculous on its fucking face, because the only reason why they're saying this is because they believe in some dumbass nativist agenda, which in reality, no one actually supports this. People fucking support pathways to citizenship for illegal fucking migrants. They support the fucking asylum process, right? Like, can we talk about how Biden's sort of border policy is bad? Yes. And the reason for that is because of the fact that, he basically kept Trump's border policy in place the whole fucking goddamn time during his presidency, and basically did not have an effective plan at dealing with immigration, which, by the way, this motherfucker, who is currently speaking right now, helped to exacerbate with his, Venezuela fucking coup that he did. Oops.
The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year.
Wait, I have a question. Hold on. If the stopping of fucking fentanyl the whole time, that's why you're doing this, like, immigration policy that you're doing right now, if it was all about stopping the flow of fentanyl, wouldn't it stand to reason that it would be at 0%? Right? Like, you would think that it would be at 0%. So that, like, what's exactly going on here? It's almost as if that's not the actual fucking problem, and that it's not about, like, fentanyl coming over the border.
And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years. Year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time.
Such a long time.
The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our...
Yeah, it's a good point, Boy Meets Mini. Yeah, it's a crime wave, but there's a lower murder rate, but the crime is also going down. But again, like, he is a fascist. It's always engaging with the doublethink with these people because they don't actually believe in anything. You all know this. Like, fentanyl has gone down by like 50%, but still there's a bunch of fentanyl all over the place because of, I don't know, like the fact that there's that it mostly comes over fucking border crossings. It's almost as if these people just believe in nothing.
Our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%.
Okay, that's a fucking lie. He's just lying there. Yeah, first off, inflation is going back up, so he's lying there. And last time I checked, inflation was like at 3% the last time I fucking checked. He's just blatantly lying here.
Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline.
Drill, baby, drill. I know he's lying about that.
4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year.
Okay, keep in mind, Trump was also the guy who proposed the 50-year mortgage sort of thing, and said that, in very, I think like pretty not that long ago, in a cabinet meeting he had, he said that he's only going to care specifically about the homeowners, right? It's like the homeowners, we have to keep the housing prices up really high because we care about the owners. We care about the owners of homes. Basically, like explicitly signaling that the only people that he's going to help bring down housing costs for was just for homeowners.
Yeah. And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem well, at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both.
Oh, wow. He literally just said the exact thing that I was just talking about. Yeah, he's keeping... This is, by the way, in terms of rhetoric, like, if you are a fucking Trump supporter, you should be getting a fucking Fell For It Again award right now. Like, yeah, I'm in his head. I'm in his head. I'm in his fucking goddamn head. Like, literally, he mentioned it that, he wants to keep the fucking housing prices as is because in reality, that's what all the fucking boomers want. It's fucking boomer slop propaganda. That's why he's fucking doing it. When the housing prices, in America right now, are complete fucking dog shit. They're terrible.
And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that, 1 year.
Yeah, dude, everyone likes the high stock market, dude.
Accounts for the millions and millions of Americans are all gaining. Everybody's up, way up. In 4 long years, the last administration got less than $1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe.
It's obviously a lie, or whatever.
Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes. A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world, the hottest.
We're so hot, folks. The hottest.
As thousands of new businesses are forming and factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching.
I'm curious, why are the... Because I believe that is actually one of the economic centers that is going up. I think the only reason why more and more construction jobs are being made at the moment is to build all the fucking AI data centers, right? It's all the data center, like AI bubble, Palantir fucking bullshit, right? I'm pretty sure that's the main reasoning for as to why that's happening. Because the only other sectors of the economy in terms of the labor market that are going up is also healthcare. And the reason why the healthcare center, for example, the concentration camps as well. That's a good point, Boy Meets Mini. The only reason why the for the AI, besides the AI data centers for construction, but the healthcare sector is going up right now is just purely due to the fact that America now has an aging population and people are about to start going into retirement.
American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
Let's go. Let's continue getting laughed by China. Let's go.
American natural gas production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill.
Topshi, do nothing win.
More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And one...
Okay, that is a fucking lie as well. Literally, the most recent jobs revision basically reported that there was a revision of about 1 million jobs that basically happened. So in reality, he lost about 1 million jobs. He only had made a net of 184,000 jobs in the entire year of 2025, which is a complete fucking disaster.
100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. I think, like, it's about, like, 300,000 jobs have been lost in the federal government because of Doge and that pedophile dipshit fucking Elon Musk trying to molest the money. So that's very cool.
We ended DEI in America.
DEI. We're going to say the buzzword, folks. We're going to say the word.
We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
Okay, real quick about that record of getting rid of people off of food stamps. It's because you cut food stamps. Yeah, that's not actually a good thing. The reasoning for as to why less people are on fucking food stamps is because it got fucking, cut. Which is not a good fucking thing. Which is only going to lead to more people suffering and dying.
And for all of these reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
We're so strong. So back.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country until you...
I feel like I've heard this line somewhere before.
You came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no, no, no.
I don't know, man. I think Emma Vigeland, in terms of your approval rating with your demographics, would say otherwise. I don't think this looks like winning, Trump. I don't know, buddy.
You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
I think the women were also offered an invitation, but they refused to show up because when Donald Trump was on the phone with Kash Patel celebrating with the men's hockey team, he had some disparaging comments about the women's team, who, by the way, in comparison to the men's team, has had way more fucking international success in comparison to the fucking men's team. So I find that to be particularly hilarious. Yeah, women play hockey? What? That's real? Dude, we're doing the thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, I really have to say this really quick. The fact that there's a bunch... These people are fucking senators, and they're doing, like, stadium-esque chants of USA, USA... Does anyone else find this to be, like, particularly cringe? I feel like this is so cringe, dude. Like, bro, why are these people, like, soy chugging out like this? I find it to be very performative, like, inherently ridiculous. Like, bro, like, this is so weird. Like, every indicator would say that the U.S. is in a terrible fucking position, relatively speaking. You guys are, like, trying to soy out over this. Well, yeah, I mean, you're on the money right there, saying it is because it's all fucking cult-like behavior, right? It's about the like American like mythology and mysticism bullshit and whatnot. Because like, again, like I've been mentioning before, and I'll just keep mentioning this over and over again. Every single economic indicator of relative success that would measure success in an economy for the United States or for any other country, it would basically say that the United States is in reality a fucking terrible position, but unfortunately cult-like behavior, right? We're dealing with a fucking cult here, right? Especially with that of Trump supporters. Like, they have no idea about what the objective metrics of an actual successful fucking country is, but you know, our guy is currently in power right now, so therefore it has to be good because, you know, our guy is currently in right now. USA soy.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women, who will soon be coming to the White House.
They're going to the White House instead, eh? Interesting.
They were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah, the dude who gave the whatever the fuck. Really, I'm curious. Let me see that. Did the women's hockey team accept Trump's invite to the White House? Let's check. So, declines the State of the Union address. Okay. State of the Union address. State of the Union address. I'm not seeing anything in particular about the White House, Alex. Just to double check that fucking claim. What the heck is this? Oh, this is some random Facebook thing. It's 10 to State of the Union address. TSN. Oh, here we go. TSN is reporting on this. United States gold medal winning hockey women's
Meanwhile,
hockey team.
the U.S. women's hockey team.
Shut up. Thank you. Declines invite to White House. Well, I mean, this is one outlet that's reporting this. Okay. Anywhere else? USA Today is also reporting this. I think Trump might be lying here. Maybe some will go. Probably not all. Like, I mean, because it makes sense why they probably would not want to go. Like, let's be honest here. With Kash Patel, and when he was, like, partying with the fucking goddamn U.S. team on quote-unquote official business in Italy, he was, like, partying with them, basically. He basically had misogynistic comments about the women's team for, like, whatever reason. It's just like, okay, like, you really... People wonder why Trump is just doing so well with women in terms of the voting demographics, considering the fact that he's a constant fucking misogynist. It's very, very fucking funny, dude. Yeah, we'll deport him. Yeah, sure. Deported. We're gonna deport him now. We're soy.
Think of it, 46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. You practiced that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given, and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12. It's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
So free. So much freedom, folks.
Great athletes have gotten that, very great, the best, and I thought he deserved it.
Really? Did this guy actually support the 51st state rhetoric? Yeah, I don't think too many people are going to be particularly big fans of the Winnipeg Jets if the goalie of the Winnipeg Jets supported all the 51st state schizophrenia from the fucking goddamn president. He's there, therefore yes. Okay.
Vote every single one of them. I said I'm not
by transitive property.
Every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much.
That's true, Zane. They're such great champions. Let me tell you, folks.
I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles.
We're going to do so good, folks. I can only imagine how much of a fucking cyberpunk dystopia that's going to fucking be, right? That's going to be a complete shit show. I'm going to be quite honest. Who knows? Because the Trump deployed the military along with ICE and the National Guard in Los Angeles along with the Marines. There we go. In Los Angeles for his dumb fuck immigration enforcement actions to basically accomplish what? Not really much of anything. I think that's their coach, right?
And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
Oh boy,
this
crime.
year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in the first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place, and now I've got them because I got the Olympics, and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
Sure, man. So exciting.
So this will be a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
World War II vet.
So, buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes.
Oh man, this happened forever ago.
Remember that one?
Oh, keep in mind, by the way, the only reason why that was as terrible of a disaster as it was because of this fucking dumbass initially threw Doge going after Noah and going after, well, specifically all of the people who would be able to have the detection necessary in order to have a disaster like that be prevented, or more easily be preventable, because Elon Musk and Doge decided to go after fucking Noah for some reason, which is it's the American I was gonna say Stormwatch people. Yeah, kind of, basically. But basically, they're the dudes who basically give out weather warnings for the federal government.
As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClament closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from.
Nobody knew.
First ever rescue mission, young guy, but very brave,
Very young, very brave.
Always top in his class, and
Like
he lifted
me.
not just Billy Kate, but 164 others to safety.
Very cool. You know, I just want to also say this real quick. I find it really funny how, like, the cheers for, you know, actual seeming, I guess, like, good things, for lack of a better term, like, how the Republicans seemingly just don't give much of a shit about any of that stuff. They just clap along with it just for, like, optical reasons, you know? I find it very, very funny because in reality, we all know that the Republicans, if they had their way, they would just kill all of you. Like, they do not give a shit about guaranteeing the safety of the American people. They could give less of a flying fuck about that.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited.
Wow, the water was crazy, folks. Wow, the water. Lucia's from a really rich cast, doesn't surprise me.
And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
It was great, folks. Fantastic, let me tell you. So good.
I'd like to have the military aid to please come down and take care of the service. Military aid, thank you very much. Take care of that very important service.
Very important. Most important service.
From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further. Where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are...
The One Big Beautiful Bill would like to say otherwise. Your entire legislative record would like to say otherwise there, buddy. Did really cutting SNAP benefits and also Medicare and Medicaid, is that really, I don't know, is that really the government being responsible more to the people? I don't think so, man.
Are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
I'm in his head. I really am in his head.
All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts.
Yeah, because of the fact that they were cutting taxes for the corporations and the rich. That's why. You were giving huge fucking tax breaks to your buddies. You basically signed the your 2017 tax cuts permanently into fucking law. And you're just yeah, like tax cuts and fucking yachts and shit like that. And you're out here wondering why people like the Democrats decided to vote down that shit specifically. Oh, I couldn't possibly think of any other reason why.
They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we held
It's not true, by the way, but whatever.
Beautiful bill. We gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
Lies, by the way. So the no tax on tip stuff, yeah, he's actually lying about that. It turns out the whole tax on tips thing, and a bunch of other service workers have talked about this before. It was a lie, right? There's a really good Majority Report segment talking about this. I could probably stick that in the description below. But the whole idea behind the no tax on tips thing, yeah, that was a bunch of fucking bullshit.
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
Oh, so yeah, notice how the Republican Party have not been, like, when they were cheering, like, saying, like, yeah, woo, yeah, was for the fucking tax cuts, right? Like, I want people to keep this in mind. Like, the Republican Party just fucking hates the American people. They don't give a shit about you whatsoever. If anything, they will do basically anything possible in order to just, well, make your life significantly fucking worse. Like, I really want people to keep that in mind. Yeah, 30-year loan on a fucking car. Yeah, that's really, really gonna help. See, these guys don't give a shit, dude.
I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and her expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
Yeah, lies, by the way, but
Megan, please stand up.
none of these people care.
Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it. I did not name that.
That wasn't me. Yeah, so for whatever reason, this was a thing that happened a while ago, but Trump wants kids to basically start getting in, like, investments and stuff and start investing in the fucking, the stock market really early on for some reason and in 401ks. Like, what the fuck? Like, why? That doesn't, like, it makes basically no fucking sense. That's not going to accomplish anything in terms of wanting people to start to save in accounts and whatnot. That's very, very fucking ridiculous. Yeah, he does want them children.
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row.
Very tall man.
Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be refunded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6,250 million to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children.
So many children are going to be able to be stockbrokers. It's going to be great, folks.
You know, I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school, and I made computers, and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American Dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that, but I really thank
It's all computer.
That was like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was
Computer.
right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
It's computer, folks.
So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to trumpaccounts.gov. Trumpaccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started.
So proud.
It's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years.
The Dow.
Were tariffs. I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars.
Don't pay attention to the fact that the Supreme Court struck them down, folks. Let me tell you.
They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it.
Still doesn't know what a trade deficit is.
Happy, and so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done.
Making so many
happy.
deals.
We're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth, and the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling
Guys, what if I were to tell you that that's not the case?
from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful country saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace protecting Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them with her. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
Oh, that's rather interesting that you would just straight up fucking admit that. Who are the people that you love, Trump specifically? Who are the ones who pay way more significantly into that income tax brackets? Oh, it's fucking rich people. He's just blatantly saying it right there, what exactly he wants to do. First off, the idea that tariffs are going to replace income tax, that's cockamamie. That's nonsense. It's insanity. It's not fucking happening. And the only reason why he's doing these tariffs, which is a tax specifically on the American people, is just so he can give his fucking buddies in positions of power, the Epstein class, more and more fucking wealth for themselves. And he's just literally just straight up fucking admitting it. Straight up admitting it.
Moving forward, factories, jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America.
No, you don't. You fucking hate America, buddy.
For decades before I came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New Scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888.
Still doesn't know what asylum is.
And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly used the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it.
Okay, no, you fucking dipshit. That's literally the term you used. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You talked about making everything more affordable for the American people on the campaign trail. It's one of the main reasons why you ended up winning in 2024, you fucking dipshit. Like... But now you're just going to say, oh, it's all a lie, you know, whatever. Like, they talk about affordability, and it's like a new word. Like, I've never heard of this word before. Like, affordability. What's affordability? I don't know what that is. It's like, a dog, you're the one who fucking explicitly, like, talked about that from the beginning. That's all on you, buddy. Like, it's incredibly fucking frustrating always talking about this shit, because it's just like, dog, like, you talked about this. You mentioned affordability on the campaign trail. That's exactly what you used to beat the fucking Democratic fucking party, because the Democrats had basically no fucking message whatsoever and seemingly just didn't give a fucking shit at all about actually trying to win. You know, typical of fucking Democrats. You were the one who fucking talked about this all from the beginning. Talking about the affordability crisis within America, talking about inflation, all that stuff. And when the Democrats obviously did not say anything about affordability and the problems there, and chose to fucking ignore that stuff, they ended up getting trounced as a result. And now all of a sudden, what, affordability? Like, yeah, I've heard of that word before, but like, you know, I don't really know all that much about it. It's kind of like weird. It's kind of suspicious. Like, why do the Democrats keep talking about affordability? Like, you know, it's a word that's in the dictionary or something. Like, you know, I've heard of it before, but you know, like, I don't know really much about it. It's like, dog, you... It's incredible, but, like, is anyone ever going to fucking properly, like, check him on this? Like, no, that's not going to fucking happen, because in reality, most people don't care about, like, addressing the economic woes of the American people. It's all about a fucking vice signaling, virtue signaling trip for not only the President of the United States, but also for the rest of Congress.
Knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
That was all you, Democrats. Definitely not COVID or anything. Only Democrats. They're so bad and they're so stinky and so mean. I can't take responsibility for anything.
They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward.
the lie, by the way.
The price of eggs is down 60%, Madam Secretary, thank you. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to go.
Rent has gone down in the United States of America? Boy Meets Mini, can I get a fucking fact check on that? Have all those things gone down? Cap. Hey Alex, resident fucking Chicagoan. Is what the President of the United States saying here true about the price of all these differing sort of basic goods? Where are my Americans in chat? Can we get some more fucking testimonies from the chat, please? Have all these prices gone down as the president is indicating? Because from what I understand, that's just not the fucking case whatsoever.
Come down significantly. Just hold on a little while. We get it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, especially energy. When they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut.
Energy prices have actually gone up.
Also confronting one of the biggest rip-offs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000.
Okay, again, I don't know how many times this needs to be said. Quick reminder: the one big beautiful bill, unironically, only caused insurance, not insurance, but basically caused cuts to happen in rural fucking hospitals. Again, rural hospitals are having problems and are going out of business because of the cuts to the Affordable Care Act that happened because of that specifically. Whoa, shocker. My president fucking lying about that shit? No, who would have thought that would happen? Not to mention also all of the cuts specifically to food stamps, to Medicaid as well. I always confused the two. It was Medicare, which had the pay-go stipulations tripped because it was no longer financially solvent, and it was Medicare, or Medicaid, rather, that was cut because of the one big beautiful bill. I always end up fucking confusing the two because they sound very, very fucking similar. And basically the exact fucking social safety nets that poor people rely on for fucking healthcare because of a lie that the president had about, those are only used for by illegal migrants illegally, when already they don't have access to the American social safety nets. So, just a lie explicitly. So that should really be surprising to no one. Do we really need to just keep indicating how many times the president is just fucking lying over and over and over again? Like it's just. I don't know, man. It's insane to me how much of a fucking goddamn liar this motherfucker is.
1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else.
We've done so well, folks.
The great healthcare plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own healthcare, which will be better healthcare at a much lower cost.
So, like, what does that exactly mean, by the way? If I were to take a guess, it's probably going to be some, like, weird healthcare voucher system that some, I don't know, schizo in the administration is going to fucking benefit from specifically.
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal. Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Of course, we're going to go way up, and that's what happened, and now I'm bringing them way down on healthcare and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before.
He's not, but... Okay, dude.
Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried.
So just to mention real quick, basically his cockamamie plan to try to bring down prices for healthcare is instead of allowing like Medicare or Medicaid to basically negotiate the fucking prices for drugs, which is exactly what Was the Inflation Reduction Act allowed for insulin and a couple of other drugs? I think it was the Inflation Reduction Act, specifically, which allowed for Medicare to negotiate for fucking prices, which is an actual good policy, and how most other Western countries, generally speaking, do healthcare. Do the Americans do that? No. Of course they don't. They have some cockamamie fucking bullshit instead. You know, as expected from our heckin' based, wonderful American healthcare. It's if it can be as dog shit as possible, it will be as dog shit as possible. But basically speaking, how it works is he's going to tariff other countries into lowering their prices for Americans to be able to buy drugs. If it is as silly as you may think that it is, it's because, yeah, it is incredibly silly. Like, that's just not how... That's literally just not how any of this works.
They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action, but I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans, who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs, will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere. The lowest price.
Yeah, I don't believe him, by the way.
So in my first year of the second term, should be my third term, but strange things happen. I took prescription drugs.
Should be your third term, huh? I think he really is going to, like, listen, I think in, like, 2028, I think he really is going to try to run for a fucking third goddamn term. I mean, like, January 6th, man, was, like, a huge fucking consequence for the question of American democracy, right? Because of the fact that this dumbass just was a salty little bitch who wanted to desperately tried to get his, like, fucking salty run back against Joe Biden, even though his dumbass fucking got RKO'd because of COVID. I really do believe that if it wasn't for COVID, that Joe Biden probably would have lost that election. Like, I'm gonna be quite honest, because God, Joe Biden fucking sucked. And it is really just, like, one of those sort of situations where it's just like, wow, it is incredible just how ridiculously fucking ineffective the goddamn Democrats have been as a political party, that they were just not able to capitalize on the fact that this dipshit was pretty much, like, dead in the fucking water in terms of, well, legally speaking, and Merrick Garland just basically not doing anything to capitalize on that sort of situation, you know, with all the lawsuits that he could have done instead. But, you know, whatever. No one's going to be salty about that in particular.
A very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price increases of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
Doesn't have my name on it.
And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big. Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase, but a few weeks ago, she logged onto the Trump RX website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500, a reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
Catherine's gonna be the best mom. So great. Best mom.
So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing, I'm not sure it matters because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that
ignore Congress.
AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory, so that no one's prices will go up, and in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They can produce their own electricity. It will ensure the companies...
Yeah, that's a good point there, Boy Meets Mini. It's time for more poisoning of Americans instead of actually, like, you know, building... Because I guarantee you, this motherfucker's not going to build out any green energy. Like, that's not fucking happening, right? Like, let's be honest here. It's not going to be green energy that's going to be powering all this, like, AI hysteria, basically, right? It's going to be completely, like, coal fire plants and all this fucking bullshit, and it's just going to be poisonous for the American people.
Ability to get electricity, while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you. It could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership. With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream.
Paid all cash for a house? I don't fucking believe that for even 5 fucking goddamn seconds. All cash. Yeah, I highly doubt that as well. That's not how any of that fucking works. Absolutely the fuck not. Yeah, more than likely, right? Boy Meets Mini, power buyer loan. I would probably also agree with that. There's no fucking way someone just randomly has the cash, unless they're very, very rich. Yeah, is she rich? That's a good point. Like, is she fucking rich? Like, that's the only other way something like that could potentially fucking happen. There is no fucking shot that she, I don't know, had the money, cash on hand to pay for that shit. Nah, I'm calling cap. Yeah, did she hit the lottery? That's a good question.
Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes.
By the way, only 0.5% of houses are being purchased by large Wall Street firms. Yeah, only 0.5%. It's such a minuscule amount. It's basically irrelevant.
Now I'm asking Congress to make that ban permanent, because homes for people, really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Racel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon. We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect.
Bullshit, by the way. The one big beautiful bill cuts them.
Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
Which gets cut by the one big beautiful bill. Again, just lying.
The typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these oft-forgotten American workers, great people, people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
I don't believe him, by the way, when he says that.
They stood up for that, I can't believe it.
Well, because, like, honestly, yeah, I mean, like, the Democrats like the fact that you're going to try to stand up to insider trading. They'll just be like, okay, you know, yeah, great, fantastic. Are you actually gonna? Because, again, one big beautiful bill says otherwise. It's been a straight-up fucking tax cut for all of your fucking rich-ass fucking buddies, bro. Like, nobody fucking believes you when you say that you're all of your, like, populist song and dance. Like, it's bullshit. Like, people have seen you in power before and know what you're all about. Like, it makes sense why a bunch of people may think that you're a fucking con man.
I can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here? Count it. Pass the Stop Insider Trading Act without delay.
I bet that's not going to stop insider trading, but it's going to make it worse.
I was wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed. But when it comes to corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota. The members of the Somali community have pillaged.
Oh, here we go.
$18 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality,
Nick Shirley.
it's much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of...
Yeah, I'm gonna call bullshit, by the way. We all know that Nick Shirley's quote-unquote report in all of this basically uncovered absolutely fucking nothing. It was a lie the whole fucking goddamn time. So, lie. Yeah, that's a good point there, Alex. Somali Americans? Still a bunch of fucking Americans. Like, this is just not the fucking case whatsoever. Nick Shirley, when he did his quote-unquote investigative journalism, found absolutely nothing. And in fact, lied about the values that he was basically bringing up during his like dumbass fucking quote-unquote reporting. Just lies.
Kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
Oh, so nothing's gonna happen to that. We're gonna get our groiper little weirdo on it.
We'll get it done. And if we're able to find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem.
Man, all the fucking fact checkers. I didn't even notice any of the fucking fact checkers. Yeah. Fact checkers. Inflation is plummeting, worse than under the predecessor. Car loan payments, worse under the current administration. In recorded American history, it's credit card debt has also been getting significantly worse under the current administration. Basically, anything that could basically indicate, I don't know, like depression. Yeah, he's put fucking tariffs on cars, like, if they're quote-unquote not made in America, no way to be able to fucking check that, because there's no mechanisms in order to be able to fucking check that, so whatever. And also, the people who would teach Americans how to build all the cars that he supposedly wants to create an export economy around, he used ICE to go after them specifically and try to deport them from the country. Again, he's just lying.
We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah. Delilah Colton was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up.
I'm gonna use you for my nativist bullshit. Look at me.
Thank you, Delilah. Many of most illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to... I'm
going to be honest, I highly doubt that most Americans can probably read basic road signs.
Yes, what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
Oh, so then, by the way, okay, that's really funny that he says this. And then, okay, then you shouldn't be complaining so much about fucking voter fraud then, huh? Huh, Trump? You shouldn't be calling for, that there's gonna be so much voter fraud all over the place, right? Because if, guess what, illegal migrants can't get fucking licenses, then how are they going to vote then, quote unquote? I'm just gonna say that. I'm just saying.
Yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country. How we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. Totally, and it was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life, violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't...
Real quick. Yeah, by the way, only 5% of the people detained by ICE have violent convictions, and 73% have no convictions. Oops. The vast majority of the people, by the way, 5% of them have done immigration crimes, quote unquote. That's the illegal migrants there that these motherfuckers love to consistently complain about. Again, lies.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. All cut off.
It's been cut off, folks.
The first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually.
GDP.
Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murders. Then I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, Homeland Security.
So again, yeah, currently DHS has no funding right now. Broke boy alert. We got a fucking broke boy for DHS, that fucking terrorist organization. Yeah, the reason for as to why is because, the Democrats are basically trying to get some form of fucking accountability, which the Republicans do not want, obviously, because they would prefer to have all these, like, murderous Gestapo fucking freakazoids continue to gallivant about in America, constantly breaking multiple amendments of the fucking Constitution, because, guys, would you believe it or not if I said that the Republican Party could give less of a flying fuck about the Constitution of the United States?
Security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. We'd love to give you a hand to clean it up, but you give no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame.
Is he specifically talking about the shoveling of snow by Zoran Mamdani there? Like, all he did was, ask some volunteers to shovel specific parts of the pathway that people were not shoveling. Okay, dude. Nice meme.
So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans a chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
What is the point of this? Okay, dude. The Democrats didn't stand. They must hate you.
Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens, in many cases drug lords, murderers all over our country.
I mean, by the way, Trump, unironically, basically has the blood of multiple fucking American citizens on his hands. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, this guy is just gonna say anything and just lie about anything. And, like, who the fuck cares? Oh, whoa, he's just liar. Whoa, shocker. Oh my god, the president is a liar about literally everything. Whoa.
They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, and you're also allowing for the murder of American fucking citizens participating in their fucking rights. But, well, you know. Does Trump give a fuck about any of that stuff? No. Yeah, Trump unironically has pardoned terrorists. Trump has unironically also pardoned every single fucking Jan 6er as well, who are all fucking terrorists, and guess what? Would very often reoffend and engage in pedophilic actions all the time. You know, pedophiles of a feather do love to fucking flock together consistently, of course. Like, I don't believe any of his fucking bullshit when he says stuff like this. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about any of this stuff. That is true there, Alex. He did pardon the former Honduran fucking president who was a Trump supporter. He did do that.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act.
Real quick, the Save America Act would basically make it such that it's way harder for women to be able to vote in, well, elections.
We stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections.
In 2020, which was the most secure elections as reported by every sort of election watchdog, there were no illegal migrants who fucking voted. You want to know who were people who illegally voted? Oh, it was Trump supporters who who fucking illegally voted. Very often they would vote. How many times? Oh, twice in the name of... Like, there was some dude who unironically voted... And this was recent, by the way. Someone voted in the name of his fucking dead dog. And guess what party he supported? Oh, it was the Republican Party.
It is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID.
Which will accomplish nothing.
All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None.
So
This
crooked.
would be an easy one, and by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
It's not exactly how that works, but okay.
And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Want them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a social security card.
That has nothing to do with voting, you fucking moron.
Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens. The reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses.
This is coming from the guy who literally fucking cheated during January 6th, wanted to submit a fucking fake state of electors. It's just like, oh, it's because the Democrats are the only guys who cheat. Let me tell you, they always cheat. The Democrats are the biggest cheaters, let me tell you.
They say it's racist. They come up with things. You almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
Of course, as the guy who submitted a fake state of electors. Slate of
One more
electors.
opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home. After she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland, a left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys stay home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
Who wants to make a bet that that is just some fucking conservative psyop bullshit? I don't believe them for even 1 fucking second. They're trying to come up with, like, fake transitioning fucking bullshit? Really? This is complete fucking nonsense, dude. Yes, I did know that. It's not gonna happen, Gavin. There's no fucking way.
And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? And now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents.
Yeah, it's not happening.
No state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we would talk about that? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
I'm gonna talk about something that's absolutely not happening, because I'm a schizophrenic.
Look, nobody says that. These people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy.
Because it's not happening. Like, it's not happening. It's a thing that is just not happening. Which is why nobody's standing up, because it's just a lie. Like, oh yeah, dude, school, like, caretakers in fucking schools are, fucking socially transitioning, minors or some shit. Like, I don't know, like, the fucking collected fucking schizophrenia that's on display here is it's for a thing that's just blatantly speaking just not fucking happening.
Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?
Okay, pedophile.
No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would believe that? Over the past year,
Says the pedophile in power.
AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence initiative. It's a tremendous, really a tremendous thing that happened.
Boy meets me. Stop the fucking LARP. You're being fucking stupid.
Someday you're gonna have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight we welcome 2 young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact: Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both, and Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
I want to continue to rape the country. My name is Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
It's not true, actually. We've taken a look at the reports of that, by the way. Yeah, that's just a thing that's not happening in term for, like, young people. If anything, it's been going down more.
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with...
Yeah, it's not happening.
My good friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great guy.
Charlie Kirk, he did so well.
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
Please stand up, Erica.
Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind.
By the way, I find that to be fucking hilarious coming from the dude who literally, as Charlie Kirk died, he literally stated I think it was like a press conference that he had like very soon after, talking about how he was going to go after all the Antifa terrorists and all this fucking bullshit, and was just going to go after a bunch of people who caused the fucking assassination of fucking Charlie Kirk. Like, again, it's nonsense. It's completely fucking bullshit. Like, instead of turning down the political fucking rhetoric in terms of violence, what did he do? He always ratchets it up. This motherfucker is the dumbass who always has caused political violence to get worse in the United States of America.
We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, religion, America's promise requires keeping our community safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zuretska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina fled, war-torn, war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget. There were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal set free to kill in America. Came in through open borders. Mrs. Zaretska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina.
Nothing's gonna really happen.
How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
Obviously, we know why no cash bail is a failed fucking policy coming from, you know, fucking war on crime and, like, the early 90s and all that fucking bullshit. It's a thing that just does not work, period, end of story, should be fairly obvious, blah, 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 blah.
Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
Because nobody wants to participate in society.
In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago.
By the way, he basically did nothing whatsoever in order to make crime go down within DC. It was already experiencing an all-time crime low in Washington, DC. Again, because of, community-led policies that he himself explicitly fucking defunded. But does Trump care about any of that stuff? No.
I don't like to hear that. One of the sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Ekstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well, they were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation, she was shot. He traveled here.
Again, by the way, quick reminder, the reason why that guy was allowed into the United States of America was because of him. He directly caused the death of that, what is it, Sarah something? I'm really bad with fucking names. You did that. That was you who did that, Trump.
Because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged. Shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Ekstrom.
You approved his asylum claim, buddy. Also, it was your pull out of Afghanistan, which led to the fact that that guy, who was a child soldier trained by the fucking CIA, who was more than likely had a lot of mental health issues because of the fact that he was a child soldier trained at a black site by the fucking CIA. That dude, you fucking let him in. You did that. Jesus Christ.
By her wonderful parents, Gary and Evalie. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her that never seen anything like it.
So great, folks. I'm gonna just keep lying.
So sorry. Thank you very much. A great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect, she's perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah,
but he did.
Both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night. And she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone. But his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir. He's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night. With her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody.
Not exactly, Gavin. So, Trump negotiated the pullout of Afghanistan, which was a really bad negotiation. Basically told the Taliban that they were going to pull out. But Biden decided to follow through with the terrible pullout. Obviously, it descended into chaos and became a shit show. Joe Biden's approval rating as a result of that fucking pullout never recovered from that point, but he followed through with the terrible pullout, which is, again, by the way, the main reason why basically no American president wanted to do a pullout of Afghanistan was purely just due to the fact that it would have been very, very unpopular in terms of their approval rating. That's why none of them would ever want to do any of the fucking goddamn pullouts of Afghanistan, right? Because it was too unpopular. But Trump negotiated a really bad deal, and then that fucking bad deal was followed through by Biden, and as a result, it was a shit show because Trump initially negotiated a really bad deal, pretty much signaling Americans' intentions instantaneously, so the Taliban knew what they had to do in terms to counter the unpopular ANA government that would have been left in place, and as a result of the really bad pullout that Trump negotiated, it made it such that, it was a complete shit show when the fucking negotiated pullout fucking happened. Again, Jabroni over here is purely to blame for that.
Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying, and after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right, right, Melanie? She turned out to be right.
Look at all the violence I'm causing and taking credit for fixing, by not actually fixing it whatsoever.
Amazing, actually. I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death.
That's true, Gavin.
We're talking about the edge of death. On his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much. So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Gonna give you a Purple Heart, folks.
We love you all. Love you. We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been stronger. My first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand. Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia.
They didn't
Israel,
end
Iran,
any of those
Ethiopia,
wars. Nothing
Armenia
changed.
And Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared. And I also want to thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco. People like you. You know, Marco got 100% of the votes when he was in confirmation. I think our next one was about 54%.
I think because the Democrats thought that Marco Rubio would be a moderating voice for some fucking reason. Very stupid to make that calculation, when in reality Marco Rubio just went along with all the stupid bullshit.
And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever. Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that? Nobody thought it was possible.
We're gonna start lying about Israel.
Both living and dead, and those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. It was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough. But we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug, and they dug, and they dug. It's a tough thing to do.
Wait. Is he talking about the tunnels all over Gaza or something? What the fuck? What are you talking about? What? Those were tunnels that were dug by the Israelis that Hamas is now using, because those were tunnels that were dug by the Israelis. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about here. I'm not going to lie.
Going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they found
So tough.
27.
It's not easy.
Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the
Found all the bodies.
They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much.
Oh, they're talking. He's talking about the hostages. Okay.
And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which.
What if I were to tell you it's not going to be ended by him?
President, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last year, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
Which did absolutely nothing.
For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American soldiers.
Guys, I wonder why there may have been an Islamic revolution that happened in Iran in 1973. Why was there an Islamic revolution that happened here?
Members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb.
By the way, Soleimani was pretty much one of the main forces fighting against ISIS and was very, very popular. He just randomly assassinated an Iranian general, a high-up Iranian general, for literally no fucking reason.
And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like 32,000 protesters. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, in particular nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again. And are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
Okay, again, like, I don't know how many times this needs to be said, but the reason why Iran is building a fucking nuclear weapon is because of... should be really fucking obvious. Because of him pulling out of the JCPOA. Like, constantly... By the way, this is always the case of Trump. Whatever your predecessor does, he just leaves, pulls out of it, just, I don't know, leaves it in a worse decrepit state, so then he can just, like, come back into it with his own coat of paint. Same thing happened with the TPP, same thing happened with NAFTA, same thing has happened with, well, not the Paris Climate Agreement, because, again, a death cult, they just want everyone to die. This motherfucker, if he makes any deal whatsoever, expect it to be the exact same thing as a previous deal, but instead it's just like, okay, it's got my dog shit golden paint on it, so therefore it's now better because it's mine now.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong. Because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective.
Oh, I'm sure. It's peace through strength. We're so good at peace, folks.
So thanks to Republicans in Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces. Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason. Because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country. And NATO countries, our friends and allies, they are. They're our friends and they're our allies, have just agreed at my very strong request.
By the way, the only reason why he's raising the military budget is because he wants to leave NATO. That's literally it.
To pay 5% of GDP for military defense rather
Boy
than...
meets many, I will fucking ban you if you don't stop the LARPing. God, it's so annoying.
And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily, one meeting. And the difference between 2% that's not paid, we were paying the freight of many of them, very few were paid up. Now 5% that they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our armed
Jesus
forces
Christ, boy,
sending
it's been
records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently...
Fucking boy meets Smitty.
And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776. You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money from tariffs and other things. A lot of money. We have much more money than people understand. Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval.
Fuck you, boy, Boots Buddy.
$75. I said, wait a minute, for $1 more we can have $17.76. I said, we're gonna figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. $1 more. I said $17.76, and I said that's good. And
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about right now. 1776, sure, dude.
They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement. We love our firemen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also
soy firemen. I wonder if Trump would be the kind of guy who purchases fireman calendars. I'm saying.
From violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference for years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, dude. Fentanyl. Known weapon of mass destruction, fentanyl, bro. Like, we took a look at what exactly is now happening with the assassination, not the assassination, but the military operation, but the operation that happened on El Mencho. I really don't think that's going to change much of anything in terms of the conditions for the fucking cartels. Like, let's be quite honest here. With most, because I'm not sure how the cartel that El Mencho led exactly works per certain, but generally speaking, with most of the structures like that, broadly speaking, they'll have like multiple heads of the cartel itself in order to make sure that, well, in the case that someone does die, that in reality, like, the operations for the cartel itself don't really change all that much, and generally speaking, that's more or less how it's been working. Like, because I highly doubt anything's going to really change all that much when it comes to, well, El Mencho, to be honest, in terms of that cartel.
And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that.
The water sea.
Their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January.
That was the Mexicans who did that. He had nothing to do with that. I mean, they shared intelligence for that, the United States, but otherwise, yeah, that was a Mexican military operation that took down El Mencho.
In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who called me, and they said, very impressive. They couldn't believe, they all watched. They saw what happened. This is a different fighting force that we had years ago when we fought to die. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it.
The best fighting force.
Space Force is my baby. As we did that, my baby is becoming so important.
We love Space Force. The best force. Yo, it's Tiffany. She's there. Not the forgotten child anymore.
America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice.
Illegally, of course, which did nothing,
this was an
by the way.
colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, security forces had thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person. Enrique, please come down.
Enrique, we saved you. Thank me. I'm so magnanimous.
Thank you, Enrique. Have a good time. Nice to have you back, Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook, carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags his wife Amy had blessed with holy war before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation. protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter, to deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back.
I mean, again, do we really need to mention about how this changed basically nothing whatsoever? Like the Bolivarians, to be honest, like they're still in power. Not really much has changed whatsoever. Like this whole like Larp shit show fest that was done here ultimately fucking accomplished nothing. Honestly, the only person who took the L here in particular is just Maria Corina Machado, which is honest. The only reason why now I think it's all hilarious what happened with that is just because, let's be honest here, the fact that she just took a major L after begging so hard to the president to make herself the leader of Venezuela when she did not immediately just proselytize herself and give Trump his like little participation award trophy that he wanted so badly, specifically with the Nobel Peace Prize, is just so fucking funny.
Down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep.
That's true, Gavin.
Machine gun stood right in front of him. Two machine gunners escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic
fellow warriors
deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission, probably would have happened. Maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out. The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs. Of the bullets and keep on flying and landing. And people knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife Amy, Eric, and Amy, come on in.
I almost made you lose your life because of the stupid military operation that I wanted you to do. Look at me. USA, 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 USA.
So we have a surprise, Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
I almost made you lose your life. Oh yeah, Gavin, I think the only people who are going to be like not happy with what is going on specifically with Cuba is probably just the progressives, right? Like Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Squad, blah 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 blah. I mean, like quite like unironically, it was AOC who also decided to sign on with a bill that would end the embargo on Cuba. That dumbass embargo that's still implemented on the country for like literally no fucking goddamn reason.
Well, thank you very much, Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. We met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. There's the name Fort Bragg. We have it back. We brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back.
Because he's a Confederate, but whatever.
Warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there.
Alright, we're almost done.
Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator. Navy fighter pilot Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime. Legendary dogfight.
We're dogfighting.
Conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led to take down the 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing
It's true, Gavin.
taking
True.
263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
Man, that one whistle guy is very loud.
Royce, and thank you, Aaron. I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it, but if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much, Aaron. Thank you.
I don't disagree with that take there, Gavin.
Thank you. 250 years is a long time in the life of a nation, but in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history. Two of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured...
And it's being led by a bunch of pedophiles now.
We passed through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes and wide open plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together we mastered the world's mightiest industries, shattered history's monstrous tyrannies, and we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel, and then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture, and now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory, of the hardworking patriots who built
Jeffrey Epstein,
and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside, but that great betrayal is over, and they will never be forgotten again. Because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of Providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
All right, that's the State of the Union. Obviously, everything he says, lies. Period. End of story. Should go with that much saying. About what I expected. Oh, he went up there, he fucking lied. Tariffs, lies. Iran, lies. Venezuela, lies. Everything, all lies. Period. End of story. Lie, 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 lie. Just a lie. That's it. And I wouldn't expect anything less from this pedophilic, avaricious fucking dipshit. Again, like, golden age of America. Everything about America is getting significantly fucking worse. The economy is worse. Wealth stratification is worse. Everything that can be worse about America is being made significantly worse under his current, I guess, stewardship. I guess we can call that for, I guess, lack of a better term. But yeah, shouldn't be really surprised by the fact that the pedophilic, avaricious dipshit that's currently in power right now is doing everything possible in order to just make the country significantly fucking worse. Should go really without saying. But yeah, don't think there's really much else to say besides America, all I have to say is shit's looking real rough for you, buddy. Because, again, this dude's losing popularity and is about to lose power. So he's only going to get way more manic and way more fucking aggressive.